Hey y'all, today I want to talk about seeing who was really behind the flesh or really seeing who somebody is when they are in a position of power. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, last year was the way people was acting, it was blowing my mind, and it was the people that I thought loved me since birth, like blood. When they think you need them, you understand what I'm saying? When they think you don't have much. And a lot of times, I ain't gonna even say a lot of times, I ain't gonna downplay myself. All the time, I always downplay my position. All the time. And this is why some people would, God would never put certain people in a place of authority. That's why some people will always be workers. Always. And when I say workers, they'll never be able to be a leader. They'll never be able to have a financial freedom. They'll never be put over anybody. They'll never have the authority over anybody because they do not know how to act. When you see people in these have powers, even why y'all think voting and stuff is so important? Because you are in a position of power, and these people want to know, are you gonna, are you gonna be good for the masses? Are you gonna leave the people in the right position? That's why politics and stuff is it wouldn't be so important if it wasn't so important. It wouldn't be so important if it wasn't so important. Putting somebody in a position of power as a leader is always important. And I'm telling you, I used to be sitting here thinking like, oh, I can't wait till I become wealthy so I can take care of my auntie, I could take care of my cousin, I could take care of my grandma, all that. And then you put these people in a position of power and you see how they act and they feed their ego. And that is an ugly person. God would never put them in a position of power. And I learned my lesson off of that. I don't put nobody. If somebody do something for me, I don't feel like I owe them nothing. I don't owe them nothing. I appreciate them, and I always make sure I get back to that person. But the way I was seeing people, I was just like, no, God, no, this can't be. And a lot of times I thought I'd be like, okay, well, F that person. It made me sad because when I was working, when I was doing hair, y'all, all that. Oh, I'm proud of you. I'm da da da. Oh, this my da da da. You got a nice car, you got a nice house, you dress well, you got all this. People always going to glamorize that. But when I switched, like, I don't really, I got rid of everything, y'all. Well, not got rid of it. So, U-Haul place hit my truck. I got rid of my apartment. I just gave everything up. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to take this leap of faith with God and in myself. And I did it. And I feel so good, and I know what's coming for me because I decided to do that. Even when people had something to say about me, even when it looked like I didn't have. And I learned the value of downplaying your position just to see how somebody feel about you. But in those times, I think I was really sad, and I didn't feed my ego because it's like this your permanent position. Like you're not gonna elevate in life. You don't have a heart to. You don't have a mind to. You don't have the knowledge to. You don't have common sense. You don't have common sense. A lot of people that's wealthy and stuff, people be like, oh, they so nice, they cool. Oh, I thought they was gonna be stuck up. Da, da, da. No, people that God really got abundance over, they don't have a reason to. They don't have a reason to. And a lot of wealthy people, let's talk about these wealthy men or whatever, they be cool and stuff because every millionaire that we see, millionaire, even billionaire, they always say, I was one step before. So they remember when you can go back and you can reflect, and those feelings never leave you. That's why I believe you see a lot of people that's wealthy not, and some people be like, they not happy. They went through too much. They'll never forget the way they felt even though they gain this wealth, they'll never forget how they felt. Because sometimes the pain is just like unbearable, and it's a feeling that you will never forget. That you will never forget. Because, like, Dag, I didn't think he was gonna portray me. She was gonna portray me. I just knew I was gonna get to the top, and such was gonna be here. That's not how it go. That's not how it go all the time. In my case, it ain't gonna go like that. But I had precise guidance, and when people say, um, you can't take everybody to the top with you, you can't, and that's the reality of it. And you have to accept it, and you have to relax in it. And it's okay. You gotta know that everything do happen for a reason. And then when you got people that's much older than you and you see how they act, then you see why that's why they're gonna be working hard labor for the rest of their life. I'm not punching nobody hour clock. I'm not doing that. I will literally go on the highway and hold a cup before I do that. I know y'all say, "Oh, she lazy." I am. When it comes to labor, I am. So why somebody punching in 40, 50, 60 hours a week, that don't give you the authority to, if you get in a position, to talk to somebody crazy. It just don't. That's why sometimes, again, we get coworkers and stuff. We work with them, and it's like, man, if I was the boss, I wouldn't act like that. Then you see your coworker get in that position, they got promoted, and they just like that. You don't know who somebody is until you put them in the position of power, and that's why I would never put nobody in a position of power. And that's why I don't really. I think it's very wise to know how to be in a diplomatic relationship, but I don't even like diplomatic relationships. I feel like if you a messed up person, if you an ego-driven person, prideful person, just stay away from me, because I'm going to get it regardless. I'm going to get it. I want to be able to say how I feel, express myself, talk my shit, and I'm going to show you I'm going to still get it. And I ain't have to bow to you, because a lot of people, y'all, people really are miserable. They miserable. They miserable. And then, when I was younger or before I went and caught myself chasing my dream, and really I was just end up chasing God. I was like, I wish, having all this imagination, and I'm like, I wish everybody would just, be happy and not have to work and it. But God got it like this for. He's allowing this for a reason, because some people can't handle it. Some people can't handle it. They cannot handle it. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Trump, but guess what? He has to have some type of brain. That man, before he got in office, he been in a position of power for a long time. Why y'all think he get away with so much stuff? Now, I don't know who he believe in, but I'm just saying, you have to give to receive. If you give somebody compassion, give somebody some words of inspiration, give somebody a hug, give somebody some hope, love, give, not be full of yourself, because you never know who you're going to meet on your way up, and you never know who you're going to see on your way down. So, again, you want to see who somebody really is at heart, put them in a position of power. Ladies, you want to see how a man really feel about you, put him in a position of power.